In the C programming, we use memcopy function to copy n characters from the source memory to the destination memory. In this lecture, I will explain how we can use memcopy in our C program and some important points regarding the memcopy function. So let's get started. So here you can see that I have mentioned basic syntax of memcopy function. You can see that the memcopy function take three parameters. One is the destination, and second one for source, and third one is for the number of characters which you want to copy. And here one thing you need to notice, the type of the parameters is the void pointers. It means you can pass any type of memory here. You can pass integer, you can pass structure, or either any memory. And the return type of memcopy is also void pointer, and after the completion, memcopy return the destination buffer. Here one thing you need to notice here, we have used const keyword with the source buffer. Why? Because we don't want to manipulate the data of source memory. Here we have not used the const because here copying the data in destination memory. So let's see a small program to understand the working concept of memcopy function. Here you can see that I have already written a small program and where I am copying some data from the source array to a destination array. So here I have created two array, source, src, and it is containing three characters ABC and a destination buffer. And here I am copying the source memory data to the destination memory. As you have seen the syntax, here I am passing the address of source memory, and here I am passing the address of destination memory, and here I am passing the size of an array because I just want to copy all the array, source array, in the destination array. And here I am printing the data which has been copied in destination array. And one thing you always need to remember, before using the memcopy function, you should include the string.h header file because this function has been declared in this header file. So let's compile this program, compile current file. So here you can see that we are getting 0 error and 0 warning. So I have told you that before using the memcopy you have to string.h. So let's remove the string.h and let's see what will happen. So I am going to remove this and again going to compile this code. And here you can see I am getting 2 warning because I have not included string.h. So we always need to include the header file. We will not get an error but will get the warning. And if your compiler is smart, then it treats warning as an error. So let again include the header file here. Now again compile this code. Now I'm not getting any error and warning. So let's run this code and see what will happen. You can see that my destination buffer is containing ABC. So I hope you are able to understand how like it's working memcopy. Let's understand the memcopy functionality using the pen and copy, and it will help to understand the basic concept. So here I am going to create a source buffer, source, and size of this source buffer is 5. I am creating a block for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And it's containing A, B, C, and null character. And this is containing some garbage value, I might be 0. and a destination buffer, and also size is 5. So what will happen? Here is the mem copy, and here we are passing destination, source, and size of source buffer, because type is character. So if character size is 1 byte, so here size is 5. So what will happen? Mem copy function copy character by character. So first it copy A here to here, then again B, C, and then null character, and here might some value which also will be copied in destination. So like this, all the data will be copied in destination buffer, and when I will print, I will get the result here. So I hope you are able to understand this concept. So now need to understand some important points regarding the mem copy function. I have already written this point in the slides. So let's see the slides. So if you want, you can pause the video and read the point very carefully, because these are very important points and help to understand the basic concept. So first point is that size of destination buffer should be greater than the number of bytes you want to copy. What is the meaning of this point is that suppose here destination size is 3 byte, and so here will be 3 block only. And what will happen if you use mem copy function, and here's the destination and here is the source, and if you are copying 5 characters, because the size of destination buffer is small, so what will happen? Your mem copy function will be access array beyond the boundary, so you will get the undefined behavior. So destination buffer size must always greater than the number of bytes which you want to copy. So this is the first point. Let's see the second point. The second point is that the memory of source and destination buffer should not be overlapped. Here I will not discuss this point because it's very important. If the memory of source and destination buffer overlap, then behavior will be undefined with the mem copy. So I will discuss this point in my another video where I will compare the mem copy and mem function. Here you only need to understand that if the memory is overlapped, then you should not use mem copy. Third point is that mem copy does not check the terminating null character. So what will happen, because it's work on the concept that number of bytes, so the number of bytes which you will be passed in the parameter, that number of bytes will be copied from the source to destination buffer. So you should be careful before using it with the strings. And the fourth point is similar to the first point. If you try to access the destination buffer and the source buffer beyond their length, then behavior will be undefined. And the fifth point is that mem copy does not validate the memory which you have passed in the parameter. So you should always need to pass a valid memory, either the behavior will be undefined. And the seventh point is similar to the sixth point, like mem copy does not check the validity of the source buffer. You will also find an article in the description list which explain all the points with some code example. I hope you are able to understand the working concept of the mem copy. In my another video, I will explain how you can create own custom mem copy function and how you can use own created mem copy function in your program. So guys, if you like this video, then please subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.